Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, November 5th, 2025. Stephen St. John, fully medicated and ready to give you four of the most reasonably entertaining hours that you've had this week. Nate Bukaty.
Good morning.
Jake Gutierrez and Deebs, all here to get you over the hump. A big hump day. Today we'll talk to Mike Boddicker, former Royals pitcher, get his thoughts on the World Series and that unbelievable Game 7, and also some Royals news. We'll check in with Matt Derrick from ChiefsDigest.com. Coach Gary Barnett will talk college football with us. Jeremy Fowler, one of our NFL insiders, will join us from ESPN, wrap up the trade deadline, and all the action the Chiefs had, and which is none. And we'll also have Mike's Got This, Mike's Got Picks, Mike DePasquale at around 9:30. Nope, no trades for the Chiefs. The trade deadline has come and gone, and Kansas City chose not to make a move. Very, very, very frustrating. But what you going to do? There are reports out there that they inquired about running back Breece Hall with the Jets and offered a fourth-round pick, and the Jets wanted a third, and the Chiefs passed. Let's just start right there. Was that a good decision? If that is indeed true, does that disappoint you, or do you agree with the Chiefs not wanting to give up a third-round pick according to reports?
I don't think I'd go so high as a third-round pick. I think they made the right choice by holding firm there. But it's tempting. I think he'd be a great addition to the team. But I think they only have 5 draft picks next year already. If I remember,
they got all of them except for their 6th. They traded their 6th last year to the Patriots for Uche.
Oh, good.
Right. So they have all their picks except for 6.
So if they made that trade, they would have all but their 3rd and 6th, right? I just feel like they need those picks. And a third-round pick, you can get a really, really good player. And he's a free agent after this year, right?
Correct.
Jake?
I mean, you're probably going to be drafting at the end of the 3rd round. I mean, so it's almost like a 4th-round pick.
And Connor Hughes, who covers the Jets and the Giants, reported this on Jets' final drive stream, that the Chiefs offered a 4th-round pick and the Jets declined. They were looking for a 3rd.
I mean, I typically lean towards Veach and Veach making the right moves, but, man, that hurts a little bit. I mean, because I think he would make a difference right now. Pacheco, you don't know the
extent. He'd make a big
of,
difference.
Yeah.
He'd make a big difference.
The extent of Pacheco's injury. You suited up Clyde Edwards-Helaire last game. So I typically, I would have said no first-round picks, no second-round picks. Your 3rd's at the end of the 3rd. I probably would have done it for me. Probably would have done it because he is a game breaker, and they don't have a game breaker in the backfield. They have guys that are very solid. Kareem Hunt has been very good, especially in short yardage downs this year. But they don't have a guy who you hand off, he could be gone, and that's Breece Hall. And that, that might open up the passing game a little more when you have to respect that.
He could have been a cheat code in this offense.
So, yeah, I when I hear that, it's disappointing. That a 3rd, I mean, no way I'm giving up a 1st or a 2nd. Because no way I'm drafting a running back in the 1st or 2nd. But I would draft it. running back in the third. Look, it's a moot point, but yeah, I probably would have done it.
I think I might have.
That being said, this team needs more help on the defensive line.
I'm shocked they didn't address that.
That's
at all.
more disappointing in this whole aspect of not making a trade. I would have loved to get Breece Hall and giving up a third. The more I talk about it,
but if they really offered a fourth and they're admitting that they need him, they think he could be a difference maker. And I just feel like if you're willing to give up a fourth, give up a third then. If you think that guy can make a difference, and I think he could have.
Yeah, and he would have been probably pretty rejuvenated to go from that franchise to this franchise.
You don't think they want to stay with the Jets right now?
No, I don't. I do not.
I mean, you're making an assumption there, Jake. You don't know.
I think it's fair to make an assumption in this.
So
he would have been awesome in this offense.
Look,
he would have.
The Jets were open for business yesterday.
Yeah, they were.
They traded their Pro Bowl defensive tackle, Quinnen Williams, to the Cowboys. That was the Jets got a second rounder in the upcoming draft, a first rounder the following year. Got a defensive tackle along with it. And the Cowboys get Quinnen Williams. But then the blockbuster of all blockbusters, arguably the best corner. Is he the best corner? Maybe he's the best corner. He's one of the best corners in football. He's certainly he's top three.
Yep, he's the top three for sure.
Sauce Gardner. And he just signed an extension. At the beginning of the season. The Colts, who had been long rumored to be searching for a corner, and man, I didn't think they were going to go out and get the corner or get an elite corner. Wasn't aware that he was available. But what a mind-blowing blockbuster trade. Sauce Gardner, in his prime, signed to an extension, goes from the Jets to the Colts for a first-round pick in 26, a first-round pick in 27, and wide receiver A.D. Mitchell. Wow. Just wow. It's wild. There were other trades. Rashid Shaheed went from the Saints to the Seahawks. The Jags traded for Raiders wide receiver Jacoby Myers. But those two Jets trades, those were the headlines. Those were blockbusters. And of the two, the Sauce Gardner trade, I was pretty sure they were going to trade Quinnen Williams. That seemed like 50-50 to me. But did anyone hear about them, like legitimate buzz that they were going to trade Sauce Gardner? I sure didn't.
Shocker.
I love Sauce Gardner. And, I respect the Colts for what they're doing, man. They see a wide open AFC.
Mm-hmm.
They got a chance to chase a championship, and they have the opportunity to not only get an elite player in their defense now, but he's signed to an extension, so it's not a rent-a-player. And they decide that, okay, we're going to give up 2 first-round picks. They're also making a decision, I think, that they're all in on Daniel Jones. That's their guy, which, why not? But my God. So now the Colts have Sauce Gardner. And you can argue, well, what's this going to mean for the future? Was it too much? You can't argue that it helps them right now.
Yeah, and if you see this window and you're going to have to try to go up against teams like the Bills and the Chiefs, you're going to need to have some, you're going to have to be good defensively. I do think it's a different situation for the Colts than the Chiefs in the regard of, okay, all of a sudden we have this window that maybe we didn't expect to be this open right now, so let's go for it. Whereas, Veach has the challenge of he knows as long as Patrick Mahomes is here, if he can put a decent team around it, they're a Super Bowl contender. So the window is still like he has to go for it every year, but also have an eye for let's make sure we have this window open the whole time Mahomes is here.
You also don't want to piss away any years when you have the opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough balancing act because I don't know that if you're the Colts, you're like, hey, this window's open right now.
Yeah.
We don't know that we can count on Daniel Jones being a franchise quarterback every single year. So let's go for it.
So the Jets added a first-round pick in 26 and a second-round pick in 26, and then 2 first-round picks in 27, and then a couple of players. And if you're the Jets, I mean, you hired a coach. If you believe in him, you've got these. You suck. I mean, the Jets suck. Why not take this opportunity to tear it down and rebuild? You're not winning anything right now with Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. You're terrible. And let me tell you, you're not winning anything next year either. They're far away from competing. And so why not? It's just bizarre that they signed Sauce Gardner to an extension and said, this is a building block, this is our guy, and then months later, 2 first-round picks. Which, do you blame them?
If you hadn't signed him to an extension, you probably don't get as much value back. So, I don't blame him. I like the fact that their GM said, I wouldn't call it a teardown. Well,
it's a teardown, buddy.
Call it whatever you want. It is what it is.
It's an absolute demolition.
It's a wrecking ball.
Yeah, it's implosion.
But there wasn't that much to tear down, right? They're 1-7, like you said. They're terrible. I mean, I think it's smart business on their part.
If I was them, I'd have traded Breece Hall. I'd have traded Jermaine Johnson. Hell, I might have traded Garrett. They just recently signed Garrett Wilson to a contract.
About the only guy I wouldn't trade. I think.
Right,
but I mean, if you're doing this so you can draft a quarterback.
I'd listen.
I'd listen too, but you're gonna draft a young quarterback. That guy is awesome.
Man.
I wonder how much of a game of chicken it was with the Jets and Veach in terms of Veach being like, look, you're tearing your team down. I wonder if he just thought they'll finally go for it.
And teams were calling about Jermaine Johnson and they wanted a second-round pick, apparently. And teams didn't want to, give up a second-round pick. So, I mean, you gotta, and it's so weird because the Colts are coming off a loss where they didn't look good against the Steelers, and I think most people that have been skeptics about the Colts they're not that good. They're going to come back down to earth. Then they go out and trade for Sauce Gardner, and then whoa,
hello,
you got to take them serious. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I think the Colts are the favorites to go to the Super Bowl now. I don't know that, but I respect the move.
Heck yeah.
The balls that it took to make that move.
Big balls.
And there's no debate, right? Sauce Gardner, he's elite. He's one of the best.
Yes.
And it's not a rental player. He's signed to an extension.
No, it's him, Stingley, and Surtain. Those 3 guys are the best 3 corners, and I think there's no debate about that.
And if you're they were in need of a corner. Not only do you go out and get the corner,
the guy who just reset the market.
Yeah, the best one you could have possibly gotten.
Yeah, this is like back when Jalen Ramsey was on the market in the day. Yeah.
And so I can't. You respect it.
Heck yeah.
Even if it doesn't result in the Super Bowl championship, they
have them for the future.
Yeah, but you got to shoot your shot. You know what I mean?
If you don't have one of the truly elite quarterbacks, if you don't have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, you got to have a lot of things line up to be a Super Bowl contender. And if things are lining up like they are for them right now, the window's open. Go.
But I don't know what Dallas is doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
Dallas is firing draft picks for players, and they're not close.
Right.
They're not good.
They just
got their asses handed to them by the Cardinals.
And they just traded away their like franchise defensive player.
And you're thinking, okay, they're gonna accumulate some draft picks,
Yeah.
and have an influx of young talent. Then they turn right around like what like.
So
Now
it's the Cowboys.
That's a team with no direction and no plan.
That's right.
Like we're in, we're out. You know that. Well, I mean, Quinton Williams is a hell of a player, but like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Well, it's the Cowboys, like you said.
It's emotional ownership that loves being in the spotlight, but doesn't ever actually like stick to any game plan.
Oh, I think there's a direction.
I want me some glory hole.
Right.
Well, but if he doesn't know where it is,
that's always the direction.
I want me some glory hole.
You know, that's always the direction.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs don't make a move. It is what it is, man. I was disappointed, but you know they believe in what they've got. That defensive line is gonna. Chris Jones is gonna have to play a lot better, and they're gonna have to get something out of Charles Omenihu, and these guys have to figure it out.
Gelati's gonna have to take a big step forward.
A lot of
somebody
people
on that other side.
Yeah. Yep. So
And they got to get that offensive line healthy too. Got depth, but
man, and I just. I'm not saying in the first round, but man, they got to draft a running back. They got to do something with the running back room moving forward. They had opportunities to address this, and it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. And if that report is true, then they're admitting it's not good enough by trying to go out and trade a 4th round pick for Breece Hall.
right. Yep.
Okay, and so. But here and you know what? They don't have a bunch of flexibility with the salary cap. But also, that's what happens when you go out and give 2 years and $20 million to a cornerback who's a healthy scratch every week, who doesn't play. That puts you in a bad situation. Even when you go out and give $2.5 million to a running back who gets passed over for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which still is bizarre. You know, there's a lot of there's some good money sitting on the inactive list every week that they went out and handpicked in free agency. So, you know, and then the bizarre, hey, we're gonna let Derek Nottie walk. Hey, Mike Pennell is our starter. Hey, we're gonna release Mike Pennell. Hey, we're going to trade back for Derek Nottie. Hey, we're going to bring back Mike Pennell, and now he's the starter. Instead of Derek. Like, what is that song and dance? Just, I don't know.
It's a little merry-go-round.
Very odd. Yeah. You know, very odd. It goes back to, like, what are you releasing Pennell for? You treated him like the starter the entire offseason. So.
The running back history under the Andy Reid era has been interesting here, hadn't it?
Yes.
I mean, they found a way to win with guys that were journeymen or guys that have had good years but couldn't stay healthy, and they get enough out of them. You know, rotating guys, not investing a ton, and then the one guy they invested a ton in turned out to be he's still on the team but can't play. He doesn't play.
Practice squad player is what he is.
It's
the NFL's also changed, you know, in that time, you know. Defenses have changed. You know, the team has changed.
Yeah.
You know, you can do more things when you have a prime Tyreek Hill, you know.
Yeah.
Early on.
Well, and maybe their thought is this with the wide receivers they got now, you know, they can still do it by committee, but
we shall see.
It hasn't been the position where they like we talk about what they've done with corners, you know, like they can find corners anywhere. It seems like running back, it's been a little bit more of a struggle.
Right. So the Royals, before we break, the Royals signed catcher Salvador Perez to a 2-year contract that runs through the 2027 season. The club announced last night.
Thank you, my friend.
The new deal takes the place of the 2026 club option that was on Perez's previous 4-year contract that he signed in 2021. The club did not announce terms, but a source told MLB.com that the 2-year deal is worth $25 million guaranteed. There's a $7 million signing bonus and some deferred money that won't hit the books for a few years, but it essentially works out to an average annual value of $12.5 million, according to a source and according to Andy Rogers' article at MLB.com.
That source would be the agent of the
Right.
player.
Well,
That's always the source.
Or the source is J.J. Piccolo or Salvador Perez. But, Salvi's 2026 club option was worth $13.5 million with a $2 million buyout, so he'll make a little less money, but he gets an extra year guaranteed, while increasing the likelihood that he is a Royal for his entire career. And so, thumbs up from me.
Hell yeah.
You know,
He'll be
Thumbs up for
36 in May.
and I do think there's tremendous value in that to have Salvi for his entire Hall of Fame career.
Amen.
Jake, yes.
100%.
Okay, that make you happy?
No-brainer.
Made me happy.
Very happy.
I don't know when he's going to start to decline. He's 35 and he hit 30 home runs this year. You know, like, I don't know. He's going to decline someday, but who cares? Like, and he might just push it off for another couple 3 years. The way he's going.
I mean, the way he started, it looked like it had happened.
Yeah.
And then he bounced back huge. What a great.
And, you know, maybe they can take care of him as he
2/3.
transition into the Carter Jensen era.
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't have to catch as much, and you've got a guy that, you know, why wouldn't you want the catcher of your future to learn, you know, under the watchful eye of Salvador Perez?
Thank you, my
And
friend.
the whole team.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a good
having him
situation.
in the clubhouse on a day in day out basis is worth millions right there.
And by the way, they need offense. You think they need offense? You know, lose his 30 home runs and see where they're at, right? They need
100
more
RBIs.
offense. They can't
Yeah.
be losing any offense. We'll take a break. We've got Mike Boddicker next on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
I like to be happy.
Welcome back to the show. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Stephen St. John. Got Nate Bukaty here and also Mike Boddicker. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Good. We got a full house today. Aces over Jokers.
How you been?
Oh, I'm still kicking. Still kicking.
That Game 7 was something, huh?
You just figure that out?
Well, it's the first time I've had a chance to talk to you about it, Bob, so,
all right.
you know.
Yeah, it was great.
I was waiting for you to say, I didn't watch. I don't like that baseball.
I actually watched it. Yeah, it was great. It was a great game. I texted Steve when they won Game 6, and I went, "Oh, Game 7."
So I was speaking to
You went, "Let's go."
Yeah, that's right. The Tiger Club of Kansas City yesterday, and somebody asked me about that game, and I said, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that was the best World Series I've seen. 'Cause I have to think about it. I'm partial to 1985, to be honest with you. But I mean,
That was good.
that
was a good series.
That might have been the best game
Yeah.
that I've seen. Game 7.
Well, I texted my brother-in-law is a big Dodgers fan, and I said, I'm looking at Toronto because eventually they're going to get in that tired L.A. bullpen. Guess what? They didn't. They just went with starters.
You know, it's
As
so
soon
unbelievable.
as Yamamoto came in,
Yeah.
all I could think of was 2014 when Madison Bumgarner
Right.
came in. And
2001, Randy Johnson, all
and,
that. I mean,
and everybody that I was sitting in the stands with in that game with Bumgarner, he might be able to go up a hitter. And I went, he not coming out of this game, and we can't hit him.
how difficult is that to do what Yamamoto did?
Impossible. I
Like
can't
the
even.
day before he had to start and shut him down, and he comes right back and pitches 2 2/3.
Well, the Japanese baseball is completely different. They never stop throwing. If you look at him in the dugout,
Yeah.
he's going through deliveries because he's used to. In Japan, they'll leave the mound from a game in that half inning and go right to the bullpen and continue throwing.
That's still incredibly tough for him to be able to come back. And
Oh,
pitch.
I can't even fathom that. I mean, it's hard to play catch the next day after a start.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and he's throwing, 97, 98 miles an hour I'm going, how?
When
Like,
they
even, when you
how?
were, even when you were young, how,
And
did,
I
how
know-
did you
and
feel after a start?
Terrible.
That's
Terrible. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Your arms, well, number one, an arm is not made to throw overhand. It really isn't.
That's
So-
why everybody gets hurt. That's why
Oh,
every
my
pitcher ends up getting hurt at some point, right?
Well, if you overdo, yeah. Yeah. But you can build up to, obviously, you can build up to that endurance.
He's incredible, though.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
But I'm sitting there going, when he came in, I went, oh, God, Bumgarner all over again.
I remember
Because
talking.
he's not coming out of this game because
Yeah.
he can. Japanese pitchers can throw all day.
That's. I remember talking to Trey Hillman about his experience in Japan. He's like the work ethic, the way they practice.
Oh.
You're like you would tell people, don't do that. You're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna work yourself.
I've heard
you
that
know.
before when I was playing. Put
Yeah.
the ball down. You don't need to be throwing. You don't need to. How am I going to build up? Gene Garber told me, he says, never stop throwing because once you stop, it's done.
When he was doing his warm ups in the bullpen. They looked like they were like he was just the facial expression he had was like he was maxing out with
Yeah.
his warm up
Yeah.
pitches, and then he goes in the game. And the thing about the series that was so great too, you get a game.
Toronto out hit him. I mean, it was just terrible. How in the world did the Dodgers win that with what Toronto did with their bats?
But what was so great was that it had everything you like in baseball. You had some power. You had some guys hit big home runs. You had some great pitching performances.
Defense.
You had some great defense. In the
Defense
series.
was fabulous in that series.
great defense. That was really like
Yeah.
big plays that were fun to watch and huge moments, close
Yeah.
plays.
It was good.
Should IKF have been criticized for not having a bigger lead on third base?
No.
Because Whit Merrifield was on social media defending him, saying that's
No.
how you coach.
That's how he
You
was
don't wanna
coached.
get
He's
doubled off
exactly
there.
right. You cannot get doubled off there.
What about not either sliding head first or running through the plate instead of sliding?
It's World Series Game 7. I go head first, take my chances.
What about just running through like you run through first base?
There's that whole debate about which is faster.
Which is faster,
you
yeah.
know?
Which
Well,
is-
I'd have definitely gone head first.
yeah, I would have went head first.
I think
But that's
I
just
think
me.
he would have. I think he would have beat it head first.
Yeah, he'd have beat it head first.
But I mean, you think about that game, and
I mean, there was so many other chances. Come on,
right? But
I mean, seriously,
they had the lead with their closer in there, and they gave the game-tying home run to a guy who had not hit a home run off a right-hander in 168 at-bats this year.
Yeah.
That was his first home run off a right-hander.
He hadn't hit a home run like since September or something, have he?
And then you have, well, when Vladdy let off the ninth, I thought he got it. I thought that was gone.
Yeah, I did too when he first hit it. And then I thought, oh no, towards the end. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so what did you think then in extra innings when Vlad led off and got the double, and then they immediately bunt him over to third? Boy, there were people pissed off at the bunt. Like, don't give an out away.
Mm.
Did you agree with the bunt?
I would have bunted him over. Yeah, because he's not the fastest person in the world.
Yeah,
base hit might not score him. So, yeah, get him over to third. I would have bunted him over. That's just me. That's all.
And you really are playing for one run.
One run at
situation.
that time, yeah.
You're not playing for the big inning.
Exactly. So,
I like Kirk, and I wanted him to I wanted him to be the hero, but double play, man. Double play that ended. Think about all the moments where you thought it was going to end.
Yeah.
You
the
know,
bases loaded. How many times? I mean, it's like,
and how many times the Blue Jays fans that had to be the most gut wrenching loss ever. Because if you think how many times you thought you were going to win it,
if you look, you had Bo Bichette had a bad knee. Springer couldn't really run. A couple different times you're going, if they just would have been healthy, they're in there gritting it out, but it cost them a couple runs.
And that's why I was so happy. I made plans to have no plans that night. So I'm not doing anything. I think my wife and one of my daughters went to the school play, and so my other daughter stayed home with me, and we ran to Hy-Vee, got some snacks, came home.
Oh yeah,
watching Game 7, and I was
You're locked in, weren't you?
I don't sometimes it's hard for me to watch a whole baseball game. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I locked into that deal, and I watched every bit of that.
That was pretty cool.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was one of the best baseball games I've ever seen.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was. I was in Mexico City with some of my friends, and we went to a bar to watch it. And there were a couple of gals sitting at the table right by us that were from San Diego, so they were rooting like hell against the Dodgers. And when that home run got hit, they just got up and stormed out. But it was everybody there was into it. I mean, and everybody was going crazy. It was just such a good game. I mean, such a good series too. So many back and forths. When you were saying that, I was thinking as soon as the game was over, I thought, man, that building.
Oh,
can you? I mean,
because
thinking about what it was
place.
like when Gordon, like when Gordon didn't try to score, when we lost that game, but you didn't feel like we had that game won. Like this game, the Blue Jays a couple different times thought this is it. We're going to win the World Series.
You could tell in Glad's face he thought for sure that was their time. Just sucked the air right out of that building.
I can't imagine what that building was like for everybody walking out of there.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oof.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what was worse, walking in my car after Game 7, the loss against the Giants, or walking in my car after the overtime loss in the championship game to the Patriots.
Ooh,
they were both awful.
What about walking in the car after that loss to the Colts? Not as bad?
Well, no, because I mean I was a young man.
Yeah. I thought that would make it worse because you're
still
so
are.
emotional when you're a young
That
guy.
experience contributes to how bad.
Yeah, that
AFC
added to it. And I remember like that loss to the Colts was so cold.
Yeah.
That I was almost like,
mentally and physically numb.
I was,
Yeah.
No, and also because for both the Game 7 loss and the championship game loss, I had my boys with me, And it's one thing for you to be hurt, but then to see them so hurt, and you're like, oh, this is what I've done to them. I've passed on my, you know.
Well, the worst part of the AFC Championship game is the D Ford offsides because that
that
moment,
was-
I was like, we're going to the Super
That's
Bowl.
what I'm talking-
We
that
are
was
going
right.
to the freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, I tell you,
I
that's what
remember
got-
I was in the. I was
Yeah.
with you.
Richie turned around.
yeah.
And he
And
goes,
we're-
we did it.
yeah.
I go, there's a flag.
Like, yeah, you were Debbie Downer because I'm, hugging people.
I told you too. I go,
Yeah, I'm
I go,
hugging
"Stop
people, and
flag."
you're sitting there just
That's
shaking
the
your
worst.
head. You're
But
shaking
how
what,
lucky
what?
are we, though, that in both instances, the next year,
Yeah.
they came back and
Won it all.
and
Yeah.
won it all. And I don't know if the Blue Jays are going to be able to do that.
Yeah, because usually
see.
that's not how it goes.
No.
Like, usually it's like,
No.
well, that was it. That was your shot, and you blew it. And,
Most of the times, that's never how it goes.
I mean, it is pretty amazing that for the Chiefs and Royals both, it was like, and we'll see. Maybe the Blue Jays use it as their rocket fuel for next year, the way the Royals did. 'Cause
Maybe,
the Royals,
but how often? I mean, that does not happen.
No.
No.
Ask the Bills.
right?
The Blue Jays are going to have to go get some starters. They're going to lose Bo Bichette,
You're going to lose Scherzer.
Scherzer. Well, that's okay.
Bieber exercises player option. He's coming back.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
How about that?
I'm surprised
Like,
about
I
that.
know.
Because Boston
Wow.
would have
Yeah.
offered him a lot of money to go there.
Let me see. Yeah, that's
No, I didn't hear that.
That's some pitching right there.
right.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good pitching.
Yeah, he exercised a $16 million option to stay with the Blue Jays. Wow. Did that surprise you?
That surprised me a lot because he could have got a lot more Boston.
So I guess his wife loved it. He loved it, and
He
left money on the table. So I'm just gonna say
you
here,
like the team.
You
and
respect that, though, right?
Yeah, I do. Good for him. I mean,
how much is happiness worth?
that's right. 16 million is still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And happiness, and you've got a chance to win.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
that team's good enough to win.
Right. We will take a break back after this on WHB.
Hey, are you looking for a place that truly knows aesthetics and wellness? Well, welcome to Aesthetic Care Med Spa and Wellness, Kansas City's longest-standing med spa, proudly serving since 2001. They were named one of the top 10 med spas in the United States by American Med Spa Association and even featured as the best med spa in the world on national television. At Aesthetic Care, you're cared for by a team of experts, nurses, aestheticians, nurse practitioners, national trainers, and wellness providers, bringing you over 400 years of combined experience. With more than 70 FDA-cleared devices, they offer one of the most advanced treatment selections in the entire country. But what really sets them apart is that they believe in education, not pressure. You never experience a hard sell at Aesthetic Care. Their team loves what they do, and they're proud to say their very first employee from 2001 is still there today. That tells you what kind of a company they are. So whether you're curious about skincare, wellness, aesthetic treatments, they want to get to know you. I go to Aesthetic Care, and I've been getting my blood work done on a biannual basis to make sure that I'm healthy. I've gotten my levels back in order, and then I continue to go because I get great consultation and treatment there. Just visit greatskinkc.com to learn more or book at any of their 3 convenient locations. Aesthetic Care Med Spa and Wellness, where experience meets passion, and you always come first.
Welcome back to the show. So, the Royals signed Salvi to
Yes.
a 2-year extension.
Yes.
So, what's your reaction to that?
Oh, tickled. He'll finish here. That's what I wanted.
$12.5 million a year.
Steal. Think about it. 30 home runs, 100 RBIs.
Right.
Yeah, steal. Yeah. Yep. Hall of Famer. I'm tickled pink. Love it.
You know, it's going to be really interesting to see how they work that out with Carter Jensen and Salvi and Vinny. And so that means that Caglione stays in the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe he's been working all winter on it.
how do you get Carter Jensen at bats?
You got to get him at bat somehow. You got to work him in.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good problem to have.
Yep.
And then you got Vinny.
Well,
There's
catcher,
your
first
DL.
base, DH. You get your three
That it?
guys. Yeah. Just keep rotating them wherever you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think great. And I did tell you about our Gold Glove winners.
Right.
There was no doubt in my mind.
Michael Garcia and Bobby Wood Jr.
Yeah, Michael just had an unbelievable year. Not just defensively, he was just fabulous. It's just, woof. Yeah. Awesome.
Boy, they asked me yesterday at the Tiger Club if we should be worried about Jack Caglione, and I said I defer to Mike Boddicker, and he says not to worry, he's going to hit.
He's going to hit.
And so I need you to reiterate
He
that.
will. Some guys take just a little bit longer to make that adjustment. He'll be fine. I hope he's been working on his footwork and outfield skills in the off season.
But you have no question he's going to hit.
Yeah, he's going to hit.
I feel like he was kind of a. I don't know. He was better than I thought he would be in the outfield.
A little bit, but there was times.
Yeah, I mean,
He has to hit more to justify it.
yeah, he's got to be a slugger out there, but I don't know. I didn't feel like it was a disaster. There's been sometimes they've tried to put guys in the outfield. You're like, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they've had that over the years.
We had it last year.
Yeah.
We did have it last year.
So
I think we'll be fine. We still need another corner outfielder, and our second base is just not where it needs to be.
Who should play second base? Bo Bichette.
That would be nice. Yeah.
I wish. Who's your second baseman?
I don't know.
Michael Massey? What do you do with India? What are you looking at me like that for? It's a legitimate question. What do you do with India?
I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I really don't. I mean, I was expecting more out of India this year. I didn't realize he was not a very good second baseman. Massey's hurt all the time, so it'll probably end up being India. Massey gets hurt all the time, so.
yeah, his injuries seem chronic too.
Oh man, yeah, back and different things. Yeah, it's not good. No, when he's in there, he's a good second baseman. But
How many games should, in a perfect world, how many games does Salvi catch next year? Like you said, you've got that rotation where you've got Vinny at first, but Salvi can play some first. Salvi can DH. If you want Salvi to play first, you got Vinny DH. Carter Jensen can catch. When Salvi's catching, Jensen can DH. You've got some flexibility there. But how many games to try to get the most out of Salvi offensively? How many games should he catch? Because you want him behind the plate still, but
yeah,
you don't want to wear him out.
most of the time he doesn't swing as well when he's behind the plate. He's catching.
Right. And you want to try to start to get Carter Jensen,
get him in
make
there,
the transition.
get Salvi off his feet.
That's what I think is going to be fascinating to watch.
Yeah, that's man. Salvi likes being behind the dish.
Right.
He really does. And
Because I need Carter Jensen in that lineup.
yeah. He's Carter's
I mean, he earned it in AAA than what he did in September.
He did, and it seems like when they would DH him, he would hit anyway. So
Right.
it didn't really phase the kid.
And it's exciting to have a succession plan, after Salvi.
But
It's
you
perfect.
need to get him behind the dish, getting a feel for the league, and
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
that's
So what's the split? Jake's looking down. I think is he trying to figure it out? You trying to figure? Give me a number. Somebody give me a number.
I said 90.
I was going to go between 85 and 100 somewhere in there for Salvi, and then
Nate said he wants Salvi 152.
Wow,
games.
every game.
That's a lot.
Yeah, if you
every
can't
game.
go all 162, at least 150.
I don't
At
understand
least.
that. That's not going to work
That's a
out.
lot.
I'm trying to look and see what he
A
did
lot
this
for a
year.
36-year-old.
yeah,
It is. It's
Why
a
don't you
lot
look and see what he did this year?
he is.
He played 92 games at catcher this year. He played 28 at first base, 38 at DH.
That about right? Is that about the right mix right there?
Drop down to 82.
No.
I'm down to 82 next year, or I'd say, yeah. I mean, I want Carter Jensen to play. You know, he's got to grow as a player.
Yeah, he does. He has to get to know this league, get to know the hitters, get to know his pitchers. Yeah, he needs enough time behind the dish, but that's going to be tough because Salvi likes catching, so that's going to be a tough call.
But I'm sure Salvi gets it.
Oh yeah, he
I'm sure
does.
He takes pride in
yeah.
being a mentor for Carter Jensen.
Oh, yeah.
And doing what's best to help the team win.
I think so. Yeah.
You know,
You
and
got to think his body's feeling it a little bit. You know, his age.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I was telling
you know.
Deebs, I said, as soon as you hit that 36 mark, it's like, oh, crap.
No, Deebs.
Well, he knows. The old man felt it. We know. Anybody that's done it, they know. That's tough. You see these guys who are into their 40s, you're going, how in the hell are they doing that? Oof. That's a killer.
I don't know what Jake's in there laughing about.
I'm just smiling.
You're having fun today, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a good
Having
day.
a
Hump
blast.
day. Hump day. Bod's in. Nate's here.
This guy's having a blast in there.
There's not a
producing the
whole
show.
lot of common sense sitting in this room.
When
I
has
saw
there
a
ever
friend of
been?
yours that wants to be producer for the day,
I got a text.
Katie Cowan.
Yeah, she's a great tiger.
She was there in the audience cheering me on, offering me support.
throwing rotten tomatoes at you.
Yeah,
Her
pretty
father
much.
played for the Tigers. Hell of a football player.
I mentioned you. People appreciate you.
Did her eyes light up?
Yeah, everyone's eyes
Oh,
lit
she's
up.
the old. She's Aquinas grad.
Of course. Oh, Cowan, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, gotcha.
Got cheated off her in Spanish class.
Wow. There it is. Be right back after this on WHB. What's up there, Kansas City? Stephen St. John here for Window Nation and their end-of-year sale. It's November, and so now you can save big with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you can get 0% financing for 5 years. And Window Nation will include their professional one-day installation. That's terrific. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills. And they come with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. So don't miss out on 50% off and 0 interest for 5 years. The sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com to get started. That's windownation.com. And when you talk to the good folks at Window Nation, please tell them Stephen St. John sent you.